Hello everyone, this is Ketish here. In this video, I'm going to go through the AQA Combined Science Chemistry Paper 2 Higher Tier from 2024. Question number 6, which is the last question, is on the topic of chemistry of the atmosphere and using resources. The Earth's natural resources are used to manufacture useful products. One useful product is potable water. Potable water is water that you can drink. Potable water can be produced from seawater by distillation. Give one disadvantage of using distillation to produce potable water. Now remember, distillation is by heating the water so that it evaporates and then cooling the vapor back into water. One disadvantage of using distillation is that the cost of energy, because you need to heat the water in order to boil it. So there's a large amount of energy that is required to heat the water. So large amount of energy is required for that process. 6.2. Describe one other method to produce potable water from seawater. Now, another way of actually making potable water, drinking water, is by a process called reverse osmosis using membranes. Now, if you don't know what reverse osmosis is, it is worthwhile actually finding out what reverse osmosis is. Use YouTube videos. Countries like Qatar and Middle East like Dubai, they actually use reverse osmosis to produce potable water. A student investigated the mass of dissolved solids in a 100 centimeter cube sample of seawater. This is the method used. Weigh an evaporating basin. Measure 100 centimeter cube of seawater. Pour the seawater into the evaporating basin. Heat the evaporating basin, weigh the evaporating basin and contents, calculate the mass of dissolved solids in the seawater. 6.3. Explain how repeating steps 4 and 5 would improve this method. Step 4 is heating the evaporating basin and then weighing the evaporating basin and contents. Now, if you repeat it, if you get the same mass each time, that means all the water has actually evaporated off. If not, you could assume that not all of the water was evaporated. Heat until the mass is constant to ensure that all the water has evaporated. The total mass of dissolved solids in a 100 centimeter cube of sample of seawater is 3.5 grams. The percentage of sodium chloride in the dissolved solids is 77.8%. Calculate the mass of sodium chloride dissolved in the 100 centimeter cube sample. So how would you do that? You need to simply find what is 77.8% of 3.5. You don't have to include this 100 centimeter cube as part of your calculation, because they're still asking you to find how much sodium chloride is in that 100 centimeter cube. So the mass is 77.8 divided by 100. That will remove the percentage, and you multiply it by 3.5. That will give you 2.72 grams of sodium chloride. Biological methods are used to extract metal compounds from metal ores. One method of producing copper from low-grade copper ores is by using bacteria. The bacteria produce leachate solutions that contain copper solutions. So give two methods that can be used to extract copper from these leachate solutions. Now, one way of actually doing this is by electrolysis method. Another is by using the displacement method and using scrap iron. Next part. Photo mining uses plants to absorb metal compounds from low-grade ores. Describe how the low metal compounds are obtained from plants. Now, if we are using photo mining or phyto mining, not photo mining, sorry, phyto mining, then once the metal compounds are actually taken up by the plants, all you have to do is harvest the plants, dry them, burn them, and then the ashes would actually contain the metal compounds, which can be dissolved in water or chemicals to extract the metals again. 6.7. Nickel is produced by phyto mining. 1 hectare of plants produces 215 kilogram of nickel. Determine the area required to produce 750 kilogram of nickel. Give your answer in meter squared. 1 hectare is 10,000 meter squared. Now, 1 hectare, which is 10,000. So let's replace that. 10,000 meter squared is required to produce 215 kilograms. So how many hectares do you need to produce 1 kilogram? And then you multiply it by 750. So 10,000 divided by 215 is, let's bring in the calculator again. 10,000 divided by 215 is 46.51 hectares, meter squared, and then you multiply that by 750, multiply by 750, that gives you 34,883.72 meter squared. Now they are not asking you to round it up, so you can leave it at that, or you could round it off as well. So here's a marking scheme answer. They're dividing the 750 by 215 to find the number of hectares, and then they're multiplying that by 10,000, which is roughly 34,900. So they've rounded it off. It's exactly the same answer whichever way you do this question. That brings us to the end of question number 6 and to the end of paper. Now, before I want to finish, I want to show something quite interesting. Looking back at this question, now this is my argument why students should be doing past papers as part of their revision, or it should be the main form of revision for those who are sitting for GCSE. This part, a student investigating the mass of dissolved solids in seawater, this exact question is very similar to the question that I'm showing you here, which is question number 4 from 2023, the year, this is last year's, the year before, right? Some types of water contain dissolved substances, and you can see they're using an evaporating basin sample of water, and they are looking at measuring the contents. The question is more or less exactly the same, and they have slightly changed the question, right? This is why it's worthwhile going through questions, although you are not going to get exactly the same questions, but they will be, you could get similar questions, which helps you to understand and answer better. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe if you are doing your GCSE, if you're in year 10 or year 11. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video.